No, dude, it's so boring when you get it wrong. Is a stock Mustang GT fun to drive? Let's talk about it. Real quick, we have some Karma Speed Remove Before Burnout Mustang jet tags. We got the pony on the other side. I got it on my Mustang key right here. We have the shirt I have on right now coming out next Friday. It is the July 4th drop. We have one t-shirt, air freshener, and sticker. We're gonna have a deal if you buy all three, and the first 100 people to buy all three will be getting something free in their order. I'm not telling you what it is, but it is a surprise. So karmaspeed.com. This Mustang is completely stock other than a Flowmaster catback on it that I bought it with. Otherwise, I would love to just give you a stock exhaust note because this is technically a stock video. Nothing is touching the motor, no intake, nothing. This car is so fun. Let me tell you a little something though. When you think to yourself, do I buy a Mustang GT? Is it a good idea? You think, is it fun to drive when I get it? Or does it take a lot of work to make it fun? Because like some of you may know, if you're here on the channel often, you buy a brand new STI, they're pretty boring to drive. Not boring if it's new, if driving stick and all that is new to you, but compared to all the videos you watch online and whatnot, it is the most underwhelming stock car. Still a blast, but you get it and you're like, all right, we got a lot of work to do. This car, not so much. But here's the other thing. When you think to yourself, I'm gonna ask someone, if they're fun to drive, it comes up in conversation. There's a good chance you're gonna ask someone that has one that has bolt-ons, maybe headers, maybe a supercharger, maybe a turbo. The Mustang guys that are out there go all out, like 7, 8, 900,000 horsepower in these Coyote motors. So you ask them, hey, is it fun to drive stock? What is it going to be like when I get it? And they're going to be like, no, dude, it's so boring when you get it. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. Don't ask those people. There's nothing against those people. But this car is unleashed. I mean, unleashed with a supercharger setup on it. This car can handle so much power with the stock motor. It's ridiculous for being a car from factory. So take that for what it is. But after owning multiple styles of cars, and this being my first muscle car, this is hands down the best stock car I have ever owned. And honestly, from what I've talked to other people that I value their opinions, this might be up there for a very long time. This car through the hills, and when you want to go on canyon runs and drives with your friends, not only is it over 400 horsepower from factory, so you're already, especially if you're in your 20s like myself, you're already going to be as fast or faster than most of your friends, because most people are going to be buying 300-ish horsepower cars. They're more affordable, blah, blah, blah. Now this car wasn't too bad. You can find one of these like I did, 2016. You can find them between 17 to 20 grand or so. This is a 2016 GT Premium. The interior, so comfy, and yet still feels like a race car. You still feel super low to the ground. The first thing that you think of when you get in this car is you go, holy crap, the hood is so long and huge. And I love that. It has the most iconic muscle car feel. But what caught me off guard was the first trip I went to the canyons with my buddies. I was zipping around those corners so fast, and the front end of this car is so long that once you dig the front end of it into the corner, it just sticks, and you can roll around it, like quarter to half throttle almost every single time. It is so much fun. And the car is completely stock. I've had more fun driving this car in stock form than any other car I've taken it to California, driven in hills with buddies. I've taken it out to Canyon Lake with other buddies. I've taken it around town. I've done freeway stuff, all the above. And this car being in stock form, I have had, I would say, double if not triple the fun out of any other stock car I've had. So I cannot tell you how much fun and awesome this car is out of the box. Like, I seriously cannot stress that enough. I'm going to take my glasses off so you can make eye contact with me, because I'm serious. The only downside to this car is the kind of cheapy feeling clutch. And if you buy the manual, it's not the best manual. It's like some Chinese made transmission. I don't remember what it's called. It's not that good. But does it work? Yeah, absolutely. All the guys that have 10 speeds with, you know, E85 headers, superchargers, all that setup, they're gonna tell you every time that the 10 speed is faster. And it is. That I can't wait to drive one. I've seen a lot of videos. All of the modern transmissions like that are more than 8 speed are crazy. But if you want to have a car that you can hang with most people, you can take through corners really fast, you can do a burnout if you want to with the line lock program in here, where it holds the brake for you, only the front brakes, and then all you have to do is mash the pedal and it lights it up. This thing breaks the tires loose so easy with line lock. It made me and my roommate Trevor laugh out loud. Like, we were like, is this serious? I'm gonna do the line lock for you. Why not? Pulled over in the middle of the street. No, I'm not gonna roast the tires. I just want to show you. Hold OK to initialize line lock. Firmly apply brake and hold. Holding. Press OK to begin. Just like that. I let out the clutch and did a burnout. It's so sick. You've got checkered flags on the screen, all kinds of rad stuff. I can't believe it comes with this from the factory. Every time we go out driving, I get out of the car, and I've had quite a bit of driving experience. I would say more than the average 23-year-old, but at the same time, there are people that have way more seat time than I do, way more track time. I've never even done like a traditional like road race style track day. That is on my to-do list with this car, as it's the first car I feel like that would be great for that. So, but every time we go in the hills, I'm riding people's bumpers and going as fast as them, trying to go faster, and we get out and
they were just balls to the wall, dude. You're balls to the wall. I was like, dude, we're going this fast already.
I didn't know what kind of drive he was talking about.
You can drive, bro.
Thank you. This car, dude, I'm gonna credit a lot of it to this car.
How much does it weigh?
Every time, this happened 3 times now, where the person's like, holy crap, Cam, you can drive. And I'm like, I appreciate that, but honestly, it's the car. The car is so well balanced. It does so many things well. Does it do anything insane? No. Does it go fast in a straight line? Yes. Does it handle corners really, really good? Yes. Does it handle corners as good as, you know, another more lightweight, nimble, 2-door 370Z type of car? I'm not sure yet, but it's probably not as nimble as some other cars around a track, but it does it very, very well, and that's why I can't tell you enough how fun this car is stock. Turn my traction control off. Like, torque all over the board, brakes for days. These cars, I'm gonna go into another day. It is harder to crash these cars than it looks. People make it look easy to crash these things. It's completely driver error. I've had 1 or 2 close calls on days that I get done driving for hours in hills and corners, and I sit back and go, so many things could have gone wrong, but they didn't, because that car handles so well. And I can't believe stock suspension. The rear independent suspension is great. The front handle's good. This car, lowered with sway bars and a good wheel and tire setup, it's gonna be a whole nother level when people start crashing them, that's when they start dumping the clutch in third gear at high RPMs because they're not super confident with how to drive stick, and they have a bad tire setup or whatever. There's so many variables, but if you just have a decent wheel and tire setup, you leave traction control on when you're going through corners on public roads, you'll be fine. Yeah, if you mash it halfway around a corner, even with traction control on, it's probably going to happen, but we'll get more into that later. It is harder to crash these than what it seems like. It's just down to your experience driving, and it's something that you should not be scared of. The one thing that's cool is this is the first car. It's because of the huge displacement of a massive V8, but when people get in this car and they start banging gears, they go, dang, the clutch just hits so hard. And I'm like, it's that huge V8 just torquing down, and people love it. They're like, oh, I've never felt that. I take my brother for a ride. He can drive it super easy. He doesn't drive stick too often. My mom's driven stick quite a bit in her life, but not lately. Hops in it, loves this car to death. She's borrowed it quite a few times. She goes, man, I'm gonna get a ticket in this thing.
Okay, Cam, that's...
Way more gas and let it out. And just let your foot off it. Come on, you got better than that.
I'm just getting used to it.
But she goes, I love driving that thing. I really want it. My girlfriend's mom, she drives it. She goes, oh, I want one of these. These are fun. I'm like, I'm telling you, these cars are a blast. In stock form even. So I cannot wait to get started modding this thing because it is going to get crazy. And it's a great driver's car. This is a driver's car if you like to go around corners, if you like to go fast on the freeway, if you like to just have a chill ride around town where you have good AC, nice interior, and easy, quite a few bolt-on mods that you can do and get a little more power. And then to have a motor that you can mod so much and get double the power out of, or even more, with a stock block is just insane. So that's it for today's video. I cannot stand up enough for these cars in stock form compared to everything else I've owned so far. This is my first muscle car experience, and I love it. If you guys are new here, my name's Cameron Alford. We're all about building confidence in the garage, learning everything we can about each specific sports car model from before buying it to after getting it, DIY modifying it in the garage ourselves. So if you like that idea, hit the subscribe button. Join the community. We have a Facebook group called Karma Speed. That is our community of people, all positive, like-minded individuals that can help each other with cars. If you have questions, you want to send your photos, you want to show off your new car you just bought, the Facebook group is where it's at. We're almost to 1,000 members, so make sure you click the link in the description. If you want to support the community even further, now that you're a part of it, you can go to karmaspeed.com, maybe cop a sticker, maybe cop your Mustang jet tag, cop a July 4th tee dropping next Friday. The site is up right now. We have some limited stock left of the last drop we did, so maybe you guys can go check it out and then be there for next Friday. So I appreciate you stopping by. Hope you have a good day, and good luck shopping for Mustangs after this.